In the previous lecture, I have told you how to draw beams in plan. We can also draw beams in elevation as well as in 3D view. In the previous lecture, I have told you how to select plan. That is, user can either select plans from this view, or user can go up and down with the help of move up in list or move down in list option. Second thing, if we want to draw beams in elevation, what we have to do is that you will see further here, there are three options, that is 3D, plan and elevation. These three options are used to select the appropriate view. That is, if we want to open the elevation, just left click here. Now if we want to go to elevation along grid A, that is this elevation, you can just click on apply and OK. Elevation view will now open. Let the 3D view be like this only, so that we can understand what exactly are we doing here and whether the things that we are doing here are correct or not as per our 3D view. Now we again go to draw beam column brace. Notice that whatever views are written in the brackets, these command will work in these brackets only. If we say that draw beam column brace, that is, this command will work in plan also, elevation also and 3D view also. Quick draw beam column brace, it is available in only plan, elevation and 3D. Third command is only available in plan and 3D. It is not available in elevation. Similarly, this option is also not available in elevation. Last option is available in plan, elevation, 3D. Now discussing this option, that is draw beam in elevation. Again, I have discussed all these aspects in the last lecture. To keep it simple, I will select W5 into 16, moment release as continuous and line drawing type as straight line. Cursor that you are seeing on the screen now is draw beam cursor. So we just left click on grid point A4 story 3 to grid point A3 story 3. Now left click again. Notice that beam is now drawn here. Similarly, again we draw a beam. Notice that this beam is now drawn from this point to this point. And similarly, if we draw a beam here, so we have drawn a beam from grid point A4 to grid point A1 along story 3. Similarly, we can draw a beam here also. Notice that these beams are automatically updated in the 3D view. So the beauty of this software is that whatever you are doing in plan and elevation, you can check simultaneously on a new window along 3D view. Now, second aspect that I would like to share with you is that, for example, if you are not comfortable with line, if you are comfortable with 3D modeling, then what we can do is that we can just left click on extruded view toggle. Now this view is active. When I click on extruded view toggle, now this beam is now in 3D. Selecting this window also, when I left click on this point, now this point is also in 3D. So again, coming back to how we can draw beams in elevation, we just need to go to elevation by this option. We just need to left click here and then just again left click here. So we can just draw a beam with the help of simple left click. To escape the option at any point of time, user just need to right click. We have discussed how to draw beams in elevation. You will be amazed to know that you can also draw beams in 3D view. To draw beams in 3D view, I will suggest you to always have grid lines so that you can have proper intersections. For example, if you want to draw a beam from this point to this point, you just need to left click here and then again left click here. So you have drawn a beam now in 3D view. So you have drawn a beam now along elevation 4. To see that whether this beam is drawn correctly or not, user can go to this point, set elevation view, elevation along grid 4 and then apply. So this is the beam that you have drawn in 3D view, which is being simultaneously updated in the elevation view. And the story is story 2. Summing up all the concepts, you have to go to this option and you have to go to this option, that is draw beam column brace in plan, elevation and 3D. Now we have understood only how to draw beams. Similarly, we can also draw columns. For column, what we have to do is that select the same option, properties of object window will open. You just need to select the appropriate type of column. For example, let it be W14 into 665. Let it be from grid point B4 to this point. So now we have drawn a beam. This point, and then again we go to this point. So we have drawn a column from base to story 5 along grid B and along grid 4. Similarly, we can draw a column here also. So now if we want to draw a column again here, just right click and then again left click to select this point. So now we have drawn a column in elevation view. Similarly, we can draw a column in 3D view also. Some experienced modelers model the structure in 3D view only. They do not use plan or elevation view. So as a beginner, you should use plan and elevation view only. With the course of time, you can easily move over to 3D view modeling only. So you can just left click here and then again left click here and then again left click here, again left click here. So now you have drawn a column in 3D view. There are two more concepts that I would like to share with you. Number one concept is go to this point, select object. You will notice that there are supports drawn here. How to assign a fixed support or a pinned support? What we have to do is that go to assign, joint and restraints. This is not a fixed support. Never assume it as fixed support. So we select this point here, that is fixed point, that is all the rotations and all the translational along all the axes are restrained. They are not allowed. Left click on apply. Notice that this rectangular support is the fixed support. Similarly, if we want to assign multiple supports, just draw a rectangle here. Left click on apply. So now you have modeled a fixed support on the columns. Second concept that I was trying to tell you was that sometimes the cursor does not automatically get snapped to either grid intersections or either some points. To check that, we need to go to draw, snap options. You will notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 options to which we can snap onto. Don't be in hurry and do select all. It can be somewhat irritating. So what we have to do is that we need to make sure that grid intersections are clicked on. That is, cursor should get snapped in grid intersections. After that, we can open line ends and midpoints also. And we can select lines and frame. We can select perpendicular projections. I will suggest you not to select these four options. Fine grid option is a very special option that is used for some special operations only, that I will discuss later. But for right now, in modeling, you can select these options. Left click on apply and then left click on close. Now we will see that we can also snap onto midpoint of a line. For example, here, here and here. This option is helpful in some point. For example, when we have to draw either a bracing from this point to this point, or we have to draw a simply supported beam in a plan view. If we want to draw a bracing, so what we have to do is that we need to select here the property which we have to model. For example, W8 into 67. Moment releases for bracing has to be pinned only. And then again we left click here and then again left click here, again left click here. So we have drawn a inverted V bracing here that can be seen in the 3D view. Now sometimes it might happen that you want to rotate this view so that you can see this bracing clearly. What we have to do is that just press the shift button on a keyboard, don't release that button, and then press the scroll wheel on your mouse. You will see that the view automatically gets rotated. So we have learned here how to draw beams, column and brace in plan, elevation and 3D view.